Today, we're gonna be testing how much speed can you actually buy. I have here with me today 2 wheel sets that are complete opposite ends of the spectrum. We have here right in front of me on the bike right now, a YOELEO NEXT 35mm depth wheel that we're gonna be testing at a normal speed of 225 watts for 5 miles in the same direction. Usually that's considered a little bit of a climbing wheel, but it could be used as an all-rounder. And then we're going to the extreme. We're going to an 88mm wheel, front and rear, also made by YOELEO, testing the same distance at the same wattage to figure out if there actually is a benefit to buying that deeper wheel. This video is sponsored by YOELEO. Thank you to them for going ahead and setting out both pairs of wheels to run this test. I've always been curious here in South Florida how flat we are, if a deeper wheel really does make sense, and how much added speed or how much free speed do we get whenever we purchase these wheel sets. So thank you to YOELEO for sending out both these wheel sets. I do have a discount code below that you guys can use. It'll give you guys 10% off your total purchase. But right now I think YOELEO has one of the most appealing deals out there. For these wheel sets are $1,000 for the 35, and then for the 88s they're $1,100. You're getting 10% off that. Really competitive deal. So thank you to YOELEO. Let's get into the video. So for these wheels right here, the 35s and the 88s are the exact same wheel set. The only thing that changes is the rim profile. The internals are 23mm, the externals are 32s. It's the exact same hub for both of them, so we're gonna have the same width when changing out these wheels. I already mounted the wheels with the same exact tires. These are the brand new Pirelli P0 RS tires in a 700/30 configuration. Made tubeless, which I'm not a big fan of tubeless, but I couldn't find a long enough valve for the 88s, go figure. So they're made tubeless with orange seal, and they're both pumped up to the recommended PSI by Silca on their tire calculator charts. So for my weight and these wheel sets, we're gonna be running 73.5 in the front, 75 in the rear, and then for the 88s, we're gonna be running 75 and 75, and we're gonna see which wheel is faster in today's test. To make sure we get accurate results as best we can, because it is windy out here, we're running a 5-mile course at 225 watts. I'm gonna do my best to hold 225 watts. I haven't been on the bike that much, but we're gonna aim for 225, see how the first run goes, and go for it. But we're gonna be on the bicycle. We're gonna keep both hands inside the drops as well, and we're gonna stay as steady as possible, looking straight for that 5 miles, stopping and starting our hammerhead for that program. Just got done with the ride. I hit our goal, average power 225. I'll put up right here the actual data of it is. Distance 5 miles and 0.05. So just a little bit over 5 miles. Average speed, it's a lot of wind today. 24.1, average cadence, 88. So we'll have all this data to show you guys, okay? Let's go back, change out the wheels, and do one more time. And these are the bad boys, the YOELEO Pro 88s. It's an 88 front and rear, but like I mentioned before, exact same widths and dimensions. 23mm internal on the inside, 32 on the external. You have the exact same hub as well. I am running tubeless because I could not find a TPU tube long enough for this, so this is tubeless in here, and the exact same tire with the exact same pressure running in there. Very excited to see how these goes. The wind conditions are not ideal for today. It's probably 15-mile-an-hour winds, but we're just gonna have to punch through it and figure out how the test goes. We're gonna swap over the wheels now from the 35 to the 88. These performed exactly how I thought they're gonna be. Very lively, very responsive. You don't have as much depth on here, so there's a little bit less inertia. So whenever you push on the pedals, they feel really nice, but overall, handle really well. for a flat area. I really would be happy with having these type of wheel set. I'm gonna give you guys a little free up bias sound test on these. We'll put the 88s on and then we'll hear the difference, but here we go. So you can see the bike looks like a totally different animal. I mean, the bicycle, it literally changed aesthetically. It looks like an arrow weapon. So these are the 88s here, and we're gonna hear, like I said, it's the exact same free-out body. It's a 36 tooth ratchet in there, but listen to the difference with the depth of these wheels. Crazy. So you might be wondering who these wheels are for. In a traditional setting, I'm sure a lot of people on TT bikes, time trial, that type of stuff will definitely love these types of wheels. An 88 front and rear is very hard to find nowadays. A lot of companies don't even make it that deep. But it's not crazy to see people in group rides, hammering whatever, in South Florida, in flat areas. There's people who run 808s front and rear, 88s front and rear. It's not crazy to see that. So in case you were wondering, I know a lot of people think this is a crazy wheel setup, but you go to a group ride down here in Miami, South Florida, wherever, you're gonna see people riding these wheel sets. So let's go ahead and do this test and get it over with. Okay, so we just concluded the test. I was able to hit my goal, 225 watts for both rides at a distance of 5.05 miles. The average speed, the numbers are actually pretty crazy and the opposite of what I thought, but I do have a conclusion to this. On these wheels right here, we did an average speed of 23.7 miles per hour and an average power of 225 and the cadence was 92. Normalized power was 228. So that is a slower average speed than the 35s. And I do have a reason for why I think this is. Maybe because of the fact of my speed at that time, 24 miles an hour at 225, is nowhere near what they test these wheels at. Maybe they're testing these wheels at Pro Tour speeds, or like I said, like a TT guy who's doing a much faster speed on there. So in my mind, these wheels do weigh about 500 grams more than the other wheel sets. So I'm pushing another half pound almost on this bicycle. Like I said, the 35s felt way more lively than these 88s did, but these wheels felt really smooth. It felt like a really nice cadence on there, it felt very easy. And my conclusion is I think that for all of us, who's ever in my category with me at this type of speed, the 35s are a better all-around wheel because of the fact that we're not reaching those top-end speeds with where you get those aerodynamic benefits. I think that the lighter weight's a little bit easier to pedal, it's a little bit easier to move that crank over and over again, and that was the case. Both were the same exact power the entire time. Now I will say this, these wheels in a group ride setting, if you're sucking wheel, you will definitely save more energy for that, for sure. So let me know what you guys think down below. How do you guys like my conclusion? If you guys just think that the conclusion is not that good, and maybe it's the wind because it could be blowing away a little bit more, like you can see right here. The wind is crazy today. I mean, absolutely mind-blowing. I didn't have an issue with the crosswinds, but I really do think that a 35 to 50 millimeter wheel is the perfect all-around wheel, and you don't need a crazy depth on here. That's why you're not really seeing that many 808s or that many companies pushing that deep wheel anymore. But anyways, guys, this video is just for fun. Big shout out to YOELEO for sending me out the wheels to do this test. Big thank you to my cameraman as well, Danny. I'll tag him down below as well. If you guys ever need any kind of work or anything done, hit him up. And then thank you to you guys. I had a blast day. It's a beautiful day out here in Miami. We got to ride bikes for fun. So thank you guys again so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.